Hi, and welcome to Waterfall Yoga with Jess. Jess, me. Thanks for practicing with me today. I'm going to take you through something that I really felt like doing after I'd travelled for a long time. So it's a bit fiery. Make sure you're warmed up, please, because this one really needs it. So do my warm-up, one of my warm-ups, then come join me. So we're going to start in a downward facing dog. So when you're ready, coming to a downward facing dog, pressing the palms into the mat. And if you need, taking a bend through the knees and then releasing the heels to the ground or towards the ground. No need for them to be on the ground. The key thing is hips to the sky. Lovely. So we are going to, excuse me for sniffing, sorry, it's very cold here. Inhale the right leg to the sky. Either flex that foot or point the toes, I don't mind, but make sure it's active. And then draw the right knee to the right elbow. And then inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, drawing it into the chest this time. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it across the body to the left elbow. Nice. Inhale, extend. Drawing it to the right elbow once more. Extend. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, three leg. Exhale, crossing the knee to the left elbow. Lovely, really pressing the floor away. Inhale, three leg. And exhale, drawing it into the chest, stepping it through, coming to low lunge. Inhaling, rise, feeling that tuck of the pelvis. Exhale, cactus arms, opening the chest to the ceiling, but really being mindful of your lower back. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus those arms, keeping that tucking sensation of the pelvis. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Lovely. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bring your hands to the inside of the right foot. Heel toe that foot out to the side, finding lizard pose, pressing the back knee up. And take some circles with the hips. 3 anti-clockwise, 3 clockwise, or however many, 3, 4, 5. Lovely. Heel toe that foot back between the hands, lower the back knee, extend the front leg, finding half splits. So hip over knee. Think about drawing this hip crease, the extended leg hip crease back in line with the other. And if you want to, you can use blocks or books or any props that you might have around the house, tin cans. And think about drawing your belly to your thigh rather than your head to your knee. Lovely. Breathing. And walk the hands forward, find low lunge again. This time we're going to press through the back heel, lifting the back knee and rise to high crescent lunge. Keeping a nice deep bend in that front knee, knee over ankle ideally. Pressing out energy through that back heel. Reaching for the sky. And then open those arms wide and down and clasp your fingers. Maybe make a point with your fingers, index fingers, and open the chest to the sky. Again, being mindful of tucking this pelvis as much as possible. Just protecting your lower back. Lovely. Breathing and releasing, hands to the sky and opening out into warrior two. So heel to arch alignment. looking out over that front middle finger, wrapping sensation of the front leg. If you glance down, can you see your right big toe? Lovely, grounding through the outer edge of the back foot. Beautiful. And then, what are you doing? Excuse me. Then lowering to the floor, bending into that right knee. Good boy. And coming to a side squat. So extending that leg straight, toes to the sky, knee to the sky if possible. Keeping this foot grounded. And then switching over to the left. Lovely. And just moving between the two sides as feels good. You might have some clicks. As long as nothing's painful, it's all good. Feel some juiciness. Hello. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Someone's playful. Coming over to this side. Hello. All right. Good boy. And then rising up, back to warrior two. Or downward dog. But warrior two, please. And then bringing the right elbow to the right knee. Extending the left arm overhead, really reaching through, finding space between your right ear and shoulder. Lovely. Fingertips to sky. And bringing both hands to the floor if there's nothing blocking you. And you can either stay in this version of humble warrior, or you can clasp your hands behind your back and allow them to drop towards the floor. Keeping a deep bend in your front leg. Lovely. And rising up, refinding warrior two. I have an impatient dog here today. Reaching forwards and then up, sweeping up and above you to behind you, reverse warrior, keeping that deep bend in the front knee, rooting through the outer edge of the back foot and opening your armpit to the sky. Lovely. Releasing, refining warrior two. Straightening that front leg, keeping a micro bend if you need. We're going to come to triangle. So feel like I'm pulling your fingertips forwards and then hinge at the waist. Fingers come to anywhere along your leg. Really you want to be keeping your hips in line, side on, so you don't want this pivoting round. Finding triangle. Beautiful. Reaching those fingertips to the sky. If you want a bit more fire, you can bring the right arm alongside the right ear. Reach that arm forwards. Lovely. And release. And come to a high lunge, sort of sprint position. Lovely. We're going to walk the right foot out to the side a little. And bring the back toes forwards a bit so that we can find our pyramid pose. Now, blocks or books or props, whatever you have, might be useful here. And so what we're going to do is rise up. Keep a tiny little micro bend in the front knee if it's a tendency to lock. And this time we want both of our hip bones pointing forwards. We're going to hinge at the waist. Again, thinking about our belly coming towards our thigh. And you can use props here, or maybe the fingertips reach the ground. Lovely. And then planting the left fingertips or bringing them to a block. Reach the right fingertips to the sky into a revolved triangle. Looking up at the right hand if you can. Breathing, feeling a juicy twist. Then bringing the hands back to the floor. Bending into that front knee, shifting your weight into that right foot, lifting the back leg and coming to warrior three. Energy through that back leg, and the fingertips looking ahead and bending into the knee, refining high lunge. Lovely. Hands come to the ground, stepping back to plank, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now I'm just going to switch around and move my blocks so that you don't see my ass in your face. And then we'll inhale the left foot to the sky. Again, pointing the toes or flexing the foot. I don't mind, but just make up your mind and make it strong. You got this. Drawing the left knee to the left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing the knee into the chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee crosses over to touch the right elbow or the bicep. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing it into the chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, crossing it over. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lastly, drawing it into the chest. Stepping the foot through the hands, lowering the back knee. Inhaling. Low lunge, thinking about that tucking of the pelvis. Beautiful. And cactusing the arms with your breath as you exhale. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, open. Keeping mindful of your pelvis. Inhale, reach. Exhale, open. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands come to the inside of that foot. Heel toe it out to the side, coming to lizard. I'm doing high lizard, that's what I felt like, what I feel like today. But you're welcome to take low lizard and static. But I like to take 3 or 4 hip circles in one direction and 3 or 4 in the other. Nice. Lovely. Then walking that foot back between the hands, lowering the back knee. Finding half splits, so adjusting your stance as you need. So knee under hip, drawing this hip crease back in line. Lovely, and then thinking about your belly coming towards your thigh. And again, you might want to use bricks here. Lovely, breathing. Nice. And rebending into low lunge. Pressing through your back heel, rising to high lunge. Lovely. And exhaling, your arms down to your sides in a big circle and interlacing the fingers, maybe shifting them along one so that it feels odd, and opening the chest to the sky. Again, being mindful of your pelvis. Nice juicy bend in the front knee, knee over ankle. Lovely. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, opening out into warrior 2. Beautiful. Really finding this position, so rooting into the outer edge of your right foot. And feeling a wrapping sensation in your front left thigh. If you glance down, can you see your big toe? If you can't and your knee is struggling to pull out, no problem in having your toes slightly pointing inwards to help your knee track over your toes. A little tip for you there. And then we're going to lower down to the floor, so you want to pivot that foot. slightly so that you can find the room, and again shuffle as you need, finding this side lunge, opening the arms maybe this time, walking the fingers to one side and then the other. Do what you need to do here. If you need to sit in one of them and just be stationary, do it. I really need to move, so reach for the sky. Lovely. Beautiful. And one more this side. Lovely. Refinding high crescent lunge, wobble if you need, and opening out into warrior two. Lovely. Coming to extended side angle, left elbow comes to left knee, really reaching those fingertips, right fingertips to the up above you, opening your armpit to the sky. One long line, finding space between your ear and your shoulder. Lovely, and opening up to warrior two. I feel like I've missed something. Let's come to goddess. That's what I want to do. So, sinking, squatting down into goddess. So really try and be mindful of your pelvis here. So think of that tucking sensation, tucking under. You can feel your back. See what it's doing there. If you have a tendency to round through your lower spine, you might actually be tucking it the other way to me. But you want to have a sort of neutral pelvis here. And a lot of people have a tendency to stick their bum out, so that's why I'm saying that. So squeeze your glutes, wrap the knees out, toes out, and bring your arms to cactus and feel your strength. Hell yeah. Beautiful. Then opening back out into warrior two, reaching the fingertips forwards, up and over, coming to reverse warrior. Again, wobbling if you need. Opening that armpit to the sky. Wrapping the arm behind you if that's available. Maybe holding onto a top. Or you can float the arm alongside your leg. It's all gravy. Lovely. Opening out into warrior two. Straightening that front knee. Again, keeping a little micro bend if you have a tendency to lock. Coming to triangle, so feel like I'm pulling your fingertips forwards, then hinging at the waist. Lovely. Only going as far as feels good. And maybe bringing the left arm alongside the left ear. For some extra core strength. Lovely. Beautiful. Bending that knee, bring the hands to the floor. We are going to shuffle that foot out to the side a little. Bring the back foot in so they're sort of on train tracks. Nice. Rising up. We're going to hip bones facing forwards, hinging forwards at the hips in the other direction, the other plane of movement, as we say. Nice. Again, keeping a little micro bend if you need. And again, taking a block if that's beneficial. Even if you don't need it, sometimes it's lovely to use it. Reaching those fingertips for the sky. Coming to revolve triangle. So right hand comes to the floor or a prop. Left fingertips to the sky. Lovely. And bringing the hands back to the floor, removing any props. Shifting your weight forwards into the left foot. Lifting the back leg, coming to warrior three. Lovely. Finding that strength and balance, baby. You got this. and then bending into that knee, coming to high crescent lunge. Lovely. Framing the foot, stepping back to plank, lowering down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra, and exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. So, if you need a bit more, then maybe do that again. Rewind, and then we'll carry on. So inhaling the right leg to the sky. Again, strength. Imagine superpowers coming out of that foot. Lovely. Drawing the knee into the chest and then crossing it over to the left. Extending the leg out long and then coming onto the outer edge of that foot, pivoting on the back foot, opening up into fallen star. Reaching the left fingertips to the sky, squeezing the bum, lifting the hips. Lovely. Then drawing the knee back in, hand comes back to the ground, and we'll come to pigeon. So relaxing the right knee behind the right wrist, shuffling as you need, taking any props if you need, maybe below your bum. If you want, some people have loads of room and their shin is parallel with the front of the mat. If you're not like that though, please tuck it back towards you. And we'll get there. Or maybe not, all bodies are different, so that's just not meant to be for some people. But key thing is keep your hip bones facing forwards. So imagine you had headlights, your car, you've got headlights, you want them facing forwards. And then just walk the hands out. Maybe make a pillow for your head with your arms or your hands. Maybe bring your head to the floor, extend those arms, whatever feels good. We won't be here super long, but feel free to hit pause and stay here super long if you'd like. Then walking the hands back in underneath your shoulders, tucking the back toes, and coming to downward facing dog, pedaling out through the feet. Nice. And then inhale, three-legged dog on the left. Lovely. Exhale, drawing it into the chest, crossing it over to the right, extending that left leg. And coming to the outer edge of that foot, pivoting on the right foot, right fingertips to the sky, squeezing the bum, lifting the hips, fallen star. Lovely. Then drawing the knee back into the chest, hand comes to the ground. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, drawing the left knee behind the left wrist. Coming to pigeon on this side, so shuffling as you need. Adjust. Headlights, hips facing forwards. And then walking the hands down. Maybe making a pillow for your head. Maybe resting it on the mat. And walking the hands back under the shoulders, tucking the back toes, pressing up to downward facing dog. Lovely. Then if you can, slowly lowering your elbows to the mat. We'll find dolphin. So really pressing those forearms into the mat and those palms. Walking the feet towards you, if you'd like. And then lowering the knees to the mat. Coming into a tiny little child's pose ball. So knees together, extending the arms behind you. Forehead on the floor or a prop. Just allowing everything to let go. Lovely, and then drawing the arms in front of you once more. Coming through, up to a plank. Let's hold it here, find some more strength. Then bend the knees, push the arms back so your bum is sent towards your heels, and then straighten the legs. And then ripple forwards to plank. Open out to a side plank. On one side, you choose. Hold it, squeeze. Maybe lift that top leg. Lovely. Lower. Lower down through a chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Rippling forwards to plank again. Taking side plank on the other side. Again, maybe lifting that top leg. Nice. Coming back to plank, lowering down through chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Coming up onto the tiptoes, bending the knees, looking forwards, and walk or hop to the front of your mat. Heel toe those feet out to the side, the width of the mat, and sit back into a yogi squat. So heels can be lifted if you need a bit more room. If you're a bit higher up, that's all good. Or lowered if that's available. And then inhale, the left fingertips to the sky. Right hand comes to the outside of the right foot. And swapping sides. Opening. Lovely. Coming back to center. Then see if you can sit down from here. Beautiful. Let's roll down vertebrae by vertebrae until we're on the mat. So drawing the knees into the chest. Take some circles, massage that sacroiliac joint. Really small. You should feel the base of your spine just gently being massaged into the floor. Lovely. Then draw the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg long. Open the right arm wide out to the side. If you don't have room, you can cactus the arm. That'll do as good. And then drawing the right knee over to the left hand side while keeping the right shoulder grounded on the floor. And then just taking that leg as far as it can go, safely and soundly, happily. Breathing. Coming back to center, giving that knee a squeeze and swapping it for the other one. Opening the left arm out to the side, maybe cactus, maybe long. Drawing the right knee over to the left, the left knee over to the right. If you can, looking out over the left arm or elbow, if your arms are cactused. Breathing. Lovely. Drawing that knee back into the chest, giving it a squeeze, giving them both a squeeze, coming to happy baby, soles of the feet to the ceiling, sky, if you're lucky enough to be outside. And you can either hold the outer edges of the feet, or you can take your peace fingers around your big toe, whatever feels good, or you can take a strap around your feet, or you can hold behind your knees. And move into juiciness, so whatever that is, if that's extending one leg and then the other, rocking side to side, front to back. Think about allowing your tailbone to release towards the floor and trying to keep your head and neck relaxed on the floor. Lovely. Then releasing that, and let's come to a waterfall pose, or legs up the wall. So if you have a block nearby, that's great. If you have a wall, you can put your legs literally against the wall like this. That's what we're going to be doing. If you have neither of those things, just doing this is wonderful. If you have a strap, that might be helpful, just to take any effort out of the equation. If you do have a block or a book you can rest on, put it just under your sacroiliac joint, which is that triangle bone that slots into your pelvis there. And raise the feet to face the ceiling or the sky. Open the arms out. Feel free to pause the video here and stay here for a juicy amount of time. It's just really nice for relieving any tension in your lower back and your hips. Breathing, allowing the floor to hold you. And releasing, bending the knees, bring the toes to the floor, removing the block if there is one, lowering your pelvis to the floor, maybe allowing the knees to drop from one side to the other if that feels needed, grabbing a blanket, a pillow, anything you need, and coming to Shavasana. So you might want to roll up a towel or a blanket and put them under your knees to, again, take some pressure off your lower back. Or your legs might be fine out long, or another option is to bring your knees to the sky, soles of the feet on the floor in front of your hips. I'm going to extend them long. I wish I had a blanket right now. It's very cold. That warmed me up. But yeah, I'm cooling down rapidly. So allowing yourself to be held by the floor. If you're still feeling quite tense, maybe squeezing everything you can, your face, your fists, your arms, your bum, your toes, your ankles, and then releasing it. And repeating that however many times you need. Just allowing your breath to soften, breathing in and out of the nose if you can. It's really nice for your nervous system, very calming. And just know that you are where you need to be right now. and you're enough. If you need a bit of, I don't know, comfort, you might want to bring your hands to your upper chest, over your heart. That's where my mic is, so I won't do that. You might want to press pause and stay here a bit longer, but otherwise rolling over onto one side when you're ready. Maybe making a pillow for your head with your hands for a moment. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up to a seat, comfortable seated position, whatever that is for you today. Taking a moment to re-find your center and yourself, finding those sit bones into the floor, if that's how you're sitting, rolling the shoulders back and down, if that's what you need. Thinking about the crown of your head lifting to the sky. Sighing anything that you need out. Make that audible if you want. So. Whatever you need. And then thank yourself for practicing today. Thank your body. Hopefully it feels good and juicy now. Namaste. Thank you very much for practicing with me. If you enjoyed that flow, please let me know in your comments, like it, subscribe. I'm going to try and drop a video every week from mid-January. So please tune in and follow me at Waterfall Yoga with Jess on Instagram as well. Same tag as on YouTube. Thank you.